Hello and good evening. It's about 6 something my time, and I'm going to show you guys something different than I usually do. This is my Tampa Screams update. So this is going to be more in the line of VHS, DVDs. I think I have one Blu-ray, a few books, a poster. I'll show you the stuff I got. It was a good convention. It's a horror convention that took place over the weekend. So I'm just going to start because there's a lot to show. This is a sticker I got called Kill Cut Cop, or Kill City Cop. Kill City Cop. What the fuck, Chuck? Yeah, let me back up a little bit here. Using my stand. Yeah, Kill City Cop. Weird name. So, I guess a movie. Pretty cool. Got that for free. And then a download for a movie I don't know anything about. A movie called Blood, Fire, Death. So, Blood, Fire, Death. I'm going to move this camera back a little bit more. Sorry about the glare there. Yep. And then I could move it in like this. So, this is a free download for a wrestling horror movie. I'm going to check it out. And then I got a free poster that I got when I spent more than $20 at this table. It was fuck, what's the name of that? It's Sleazebox, the company out of Tampa. And this is Kill Cam, which is kind of a cool movie. I really enjoyed this movie. I saw it at the convention last year, maybe a few years ago. A real good little psychological horror with a puppet in it and stuff. Lots of nudity, lots of perversion, good stuff. Chris Donahue directed. He's the sort of natural sort of sleaze person that does a lot of that kind of stuff. Does a lot of sleaze in Tampa, anyways. So. That was the free stuff. The books, I got 2 books. This first one, I bought it off this guy on the way out. Like, I didn't need to buy any more stuff, and but I bought it anyways from this really nice guy. This is Nice Guys Write Bad Poetry Alone by Robert Alexander Ortiz. So there's a picture of him back there. I don't like fucking poetry at all. I was telling him about that. I was like, I don't really like fucking poetry at all. But, you know, he was a nice guy, and I started thumbing through some of it, and I liked a few of the lines he had in here, some of the phrasing. So I decided to buy it off him. But yeah, I started reading it. I got about 40 pages into it, and I thought it was utter dog shit. I just fucking couldn't get into it. But it's not it's not the writer, it's just my inability to appreciate poetry. I still fucking hate the shit. And I write it, but like I try to write it not like stupid like how they write it. I hate poetry. Unless it's Edgar Allan Poe or Emily Dickinson. And even that chick gets only so far with me. So, but what the fuck? I know there's poetry fans out there. I'm not one of them. But I just figured he was a nice guy. I read about 40 pages this morning and I was like, yeah, not good. Alright, so next up, this was in this guy's book section and it was $5. This is a major score for me. And anybody will like this book, I think. Human Oddities. A book of nature's anomalies by a guy named Martin Monastier. I guess he was a French writer, so this was translated in France. So this is fucking excellent. If you hear the wind in the background or some muffling sound, it's the air conditioning. I'm shooting out my living room today. Just thought it'd be easier. Some photos of the people. So, kind of interesting. Anything that's weird like this, I'm fucking on board with. So, Human Oddities, this is going to be most excellent as a read. So, I'm probably going to read this, my next free book that I read, a non-fiction book I read. I'll read that. So, actually, I'll stick it over here. So. those are the books. Let's get into the VHSs. We got a lot of VHS for you. The first one is Van Damme's Knockoff. I don't know if I've seen this. It's with Rob Van Dam. These VHS were $2 a piece. A lot of the VHS and DVDs I picked up were fucking dirt cheap, and that's where I want. I want bulk and quantity, because this is stuff I could resell at shows. So I was kind of more into buying for show stuff. But yeah, Knockoff, Van Damme. So yeah, no, I'm not really familiar with this movie. So I know it's considered kind of, I guess, like a shit film by him. But hell, I like Double Team, that one he made with Rodman that they said was shit. So let's see. I'm gonna try to save the best VHS for last, and I got some good ones coming up. Yeah, a bunch of good ones. Stephen King's The Dead Zone, pretty common on VHS. I like this movie a lot. This is one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations, for sure. I dig this movie. Like, I don't know, you know how some acting, some performances you really are compelled by? Christopher Walken in this, to me, I always felt like something about his performance in this is absolutely amazing. And Herbert Lom is the doctor's fantastic in this. Brooke Adams as his girlfriend is great in this. Tom Skerritt is the sheriff. This is a fucking sweet movie, pretty much, about psychic. You guys know Dead Zone. I don't need to tell you anything about that. Good to have that on VHS. Yeah, I was just thinking about this movie, and I was talking to this guy who he said he went and saw Under the Cherry Moon, the Prince movie, and when it came out, and I go, I would have loved to see that. And he said it wasn't as good. He liked it, but we were talking about, like, I said, man, I wish it would release, because it'd be its 40th year anniversary if they would release Purple Rain in the theater. And he's like, yeah, me too. I go, that'd be fucking awesome to see. Now, he saw Under the Cherry Moon, this vendor, this guy was buying this shit from, but not Purple Rain. So what the fuck? It got me thinking about it. Purple Rain on VHS. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Nice binder right there. On the back right there. I fucking love Purple Rain. Love Purple Rain. This is a fucking great movie. Kind of cool to have on VHS, you know. Like I said, all these were $2. This is an absolute masterpiece. I don't have it on DVD or Blu-ray, and I would probably even get the Blu-ray, and maybe even the 4K, even though I don't buy a lot of that shit, like Blu-rays and stuff. I'm a DVD guy still, VHS, DVD. Which makes me bottom of the totem pole for a lot of collectors, but that's okay. But this one is an absolute masterpiece. Originally, fucking the suggested retail price was $24.99, and it's a pretty common movie, but it's Disney's Fantasia. I've been wanting a copy of this on videotape, and it's sealed. It's great. This is a fucking fantastic release. I really like this. So, Fantasia, Walt Disney. So, yeah, this is a classic movie. You know, it's classic. My brother was asking me if I had seen the remake, and I said I can't remember, to be honest with you. This one was like a foreign language film. I want to say I don't know who directed this, but this is about the composer Farinelli. He was a castrato, like a singer, and this is his story: wild sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I think this won some awards back in the day. What they say, Golden Globe Award winner, best foreign language film. But yeah, it looks kind of interesting. Very smutty. Kind of cool though. Cat Chaser. Meow. Kelly McGillis. Mm-hmm. Yes. This is with Peter Weller and Charles Durning. So this, I'll just read the back real quick. Something was calling Lance Corporal George Cat Chaser Moran away from his quiet Miami retreat. The haunting memory of his violent brush with death. On a trip to Santo Domingo in search for the woman who saved his life, George Moran, I'm guessing that's played by Peter Weller. Santo Domingo, in the search for the woman who saved his life, his character reunites with the sensual Mary de Boya, a woman whose love could cost him everything. So, like a little fair kind of thing going on. I don't know. I'm guessing he's married. Looks like a thriller. It's got the great Emma Walsh in it. So, Vestron. No, yeah, Vestron. What year did this come out? 1986, maybe? I gotta see what year it came out. I'm just too curious now to get this thing out of the box. It's stuck in the box fairly good, guys. I might not be able to get it out. Anyways, 80s movie. I can't even get out of the box. I'm going through these VHSs pretty fast. I'm trying to go choice towards the end with the last two great ones. I got a serial killer thriller here called White of the Eye with David Keith, or Keith David. Which one is it? David Keith and Kathy Moriarty. Good cast there. Directed by Donald Campbell. Who's that? No fuck if I know. But anyways, this one, if you're a wealthy, attractive woman, stay out of Arizona because you're a fair game. A twisted killer is on the loose who tortures and dissects his beautiful women as part of a primitive Indian ritual. Kind of interesting. All the clues lead to one man who's currently innocent, but nothing is as simple and black and white in White of the Eye, a shocking mystery thriller. That'll keep you guessing from beginning to end. This one came out in '88 and was given a Rock'em Sock'em thriller positive review by People Magazine. And you know People Magazine, they know absolutely fucking nothing. Fucking People Magazine. But I love me some People Magazine. I used to read it back in the day. In 1987, this is a 2-hour movie off of Paramount. So I'm kind of excited about that one. Don't really know it. I love it late 80s action thrillers. These are fucking excellent. These last four I'm very, very happy to get. Especially this fucking first one. Roger Corman produced fucking Blood Fist. They made a ton of these with Don the Dragon Wilson. Is Billy Blanks in this? Yeah, Billy Blanks is in this. I did not know MGM Universal did the fucking thing on this. I thought this was New Concord all the way. But supposedly they had the distribution rights for it. It might have been like one of those that it was made for New Concord budget, but was given a universal distribution. Fucking awesome. These movies, they made like fucking a shit ton of these Blood Fist, like 5 of these movies. I'm not sure when this one came out. It doesn't have the date on it, which is a bummer, but I want to say late 80s, early 90s. Don the Dragon Wilson. Fucking excellent. So, Blood Fist. This another steal in that martial arts kind of thing, or fighting movies. Best of the best. Are you fucking kidding me? This movie is killer. Eric Roberts is in this motherfucker. James Earl Jones is in this. Sally Kirkland, who was in The Sting and The Star Is Born and The Way We Were and all those movies, is in this. 1989, another one of those fighting movies. A team is not a team, and if you don't give a damn about each other. Oh boy, fucking excellent. Best of the best. These are, I mean, you think about it, all these things I'm showing you, you're probably like, well, whippy shit, but For $2, these are good values, if you ask me. This next one I'm super stoked about. And then I'll show you the coup de grace for the last one, which isn't like a huge significant one. Like a lot of this stuff I'm going to show you is like, you're going to be like, why are you even showing this? But that's what I bought. I'm showing what I bought. This one is Japanese wrestling. $49.80 or $49.99 at Budokan. Isn't that fucking awesome? All in Spanish or not Spanish, Japanese dialect. This is fucking killer, guys. So, and it doesn't even. It's just got like a Budokan Hall. Is that fucking New Japan? Yeah, excellent. All right, and last but not least, and this one I'm really fucking excited about, is Canon Goodness with Chuck Norris, Missing in Action 2, the beginning. This one is like so entertaining. Like the sort of battle he has with like the Vietnamese general in this is fucking hilarious. Like the guy gets so mad at him. It's funny. Kind of reminds me of like the general in Bridge Over River Kwai, how mad he gets at Alex Guinness. The Geneva Convention states. It's pretty funny. The Geneva Convention. He just keeps bringing that up. 1985. This is fucking my favorite of the series. Easily my favorite of the series. So that's pretty choice on Canon. Canon Goodness, man. There's MGA that probably did a universal distribution, but Canon did this. We're doing real well on time. Way better than I thought this was going to be. So let's just go through it. These first two I'm going to show you real quick. I did not get these at the convention, but they were like $2 I got from Sound Exchange. So I just added them in the haul. Sound Exchange being a record store, CD, DVD store in Pinellas Park. I love it. Love that place. First time I've been in there, and I'm definitely going to go back. But this is Zombie Apocalypse. This is 299. This came out in 2011. I think Ving Rhames is in this one. He didn't get enough from Dawn of the Dead, so he decided to cash in on the zombie craze and do this one. It looks pretty good for like as low budget as it is. They made it look like a bigger action movie than what it was. So kudos on the filmmaking team for making this look as solid as they possibly can make it. But this is another zombie. You know, I fucking like these sometimes. I think this was off Asylum. I thought it was, but it does not say Asylum. But I thought for sure it was off it. But this, I guess, was a graphic novel too, which I did not know about. The director's name is Ryan Thompson. But he gets kudos for making this look like really super good. And then season 1 of the excellent Crossbones. I love this show. This came out, this was $2.99 too from Sound Exchange. This is just excellent. It's a pirate show and John Malkovich plays Blackbeard. This was only on the air for a short time. I love this. This is just like good cheesy fun, and I'm a sucker for pirates. I'm a big fan of pirate stuff, especially pirate-made shows. I love that TV show, or that TV movie they made, that special event called Blackbeard that came out. I love that too. And now they made Blackbeard, the TV series, Crossbones, seasons 1. I think this came around in the 2011 or 12. This came out maybe right around then, maybe 13. But yeah, I'm super excited to have that. It's just so cheesy. It's awesome. All right. So next up, I'm going to show you a stack of movies. These were all $2. A lot of these are common movies. Some of these are better priced, or better, like more exciting than other ones. But fuck it. Let's get into it. First one is a thriller that came out in the 90s, and I've heard that this is abject dog shit. And anytime somebody says this is horrible, I'm probably going to watch it just because I'm so curious. And this is Just Cause. This one was $1. Actually, I got this one for $1. suspense thriller. I don't know what this one's about. Uh, Sean Connery plays a Harvard law professor who reopens a murder investigation based on an allegation that a confession was coerced by a maverick lawman played by Terrence Fishburne. So it's probably going to cause some tension between these two guys. So this is supposed to be some fucking awful shit, but I'm going to watch it anyways. I don't even remember it. I remember it came out in the 90s. I go back nowadays to some of these 90s movies and I fucking dig them. I think they're great. So I don't have a copy of this, and this isn't in the best shape. This is one I actually got for 99 cents, and it's a classic, The Warriors. This is the Ultimate Director's Cut. This is not in the best shape, but I kind of like this movie about the gangs. Walter Hill directed in 1979. Just really good inner urban action stuff. Kind of to me, this is kind of like an Odyssey kind of thing, like where James Remar, the leader here, is kind of playing Odysseus. It feels like he's on this journey and it's taken forever, and he's going through all this hell and all that. That's kind of what it reminded me of, like a gangster's Odyssey is what I was thinking. So I just remember at the end of the movie they play that Joe Walsh song in the city, and I remember the baseball bat gang too on it, and I just love that movie, but it's been so long since I've seen it. I decided to snag it. This one is sealed, and it's a full moon movie, which means it's an automatic steal. This one was $1 Haunted Hollywood with Eric Roberts. I'm not going to get away from Eric Roberts. I think Eric Roberts is in this. Yes, he is. And Jessica Morris, who I don't know who that is. I'm sorry, Jessica. Directed by Charles Band. I think this is, 2015. Kind of a newer movie. Haunted mansion thing, it sounds like. So I kind of like these movies. So you can see the full moon goodness there. I love full moon. Anything on there, I adore. This one is sealed, and I heard that this is really good. It's a vengeance film. It's called Heaven's Prisoners. Is it? Heaven's Burning, my bad. Heaven's Burning with Russell Crowe in it. And this looks kind of an older movie that was directed. It looks like an Australian movie. I think it's a getaway kind of thing, robbery gone wrong or something like that kind of thing. But yeah, the guy that bought this from it said this is really good. Early 2000s, I think, or early 90s, I think. This came out, my bad, not 2000s, 90s. Russell Crowe quite young and thin before he, you see him now, he's Russell the Buffet Crowe. I don't have this, so this is a nice addition for me, the special edition of Angel Heart. Pretty common movie to find nowadays, but man, if you talk to my brother who bedwet himself about this shit, and he loves this shit, loves this movie. So I can't even get the goddamn, there it is. Somebody was just bitching, they're like, why is the slip collar cover got to look just like the inner cover? I was watching somebody online yelling about it. I'm like, who cares? Slip colors don't bother me. I don't care if they have DVDs or have them or not, to be honest. But yeah, of course, this is one man's descent to hell, literally. De Niro playing Satan in this, and this is a good one. It's been years since I've seen it. Alan Parker directed. The great Alan Parker, very diverse director. I like a lot of the movies he made. Mississippi Burning, Fame, Pink Floyd, The Wall. What was it, Birdie? He did that one weird one. I'm sure the other ones I just can't think of. Fame, I love Fame. That Fame is great. If you haven't seen Fame, that 1980 movie, it's fucking Irene Kerr. She goes to this producer, and he's telling her to take off her shirt, and she starts crying and shit, which is, pretty awful that she'd have to go through that. Her character does, but it's like, take off your shirt, and she starts crying while it happens. Pretty horrible. I'm not really laughing about that, but that's like one of the scenes in Fame I kind of remember. And the song, of course, People Remember My Name. Sorry about that shake. I just hit the stand. I have all these on the first 8 Jason pack, but this one was $1, and I wasn't going to say no. New Beginning. This fucking one, I just watched it as a standalone. I'm going to get a few of these as standalones just because I love these movies. This is the 5th one of the Friday the 13th, and the most ridiculous one. In a lot of ways, people say Jason Takes Manhattan's the worst, and this definitely could be up there, but this movie's got a shit ton of charm to it. Like, I don't think it's bad at all, but I've heard people say that. I should just say that's people's opinions or whatever, but this is just super fucking entertaining from beginning to end. Great performance in here, and I don't know who the kid was. The kid that plays fucking Tommy Jarvis is really, really intense, and it's a really good performance. And I like the little black kid, Reggie the Reckless. He's awesome in this. This is a fun movie. This is exactly what exploitation looks like in the 80s. Just exploitative as fuck. Bad dialogue, like fucking, like anything they can do to make it promiscuous in a way, and then tease us without violence. It's just fucking ridiculous, this movie. I just love it, man. I'm, the sort of like, I don't know. I just saw this in the theater, and fuck it, I'm gonna get it. The Crow, and I think I have a copy of The Crow. I don't know if I have this copy. If I have this copy, I'm gonna give it to my niece Tuesday, who likes DVDs too. She's just like me. She likes DVDs over Blu-rays and 4Ks. And it's not that I have a problem, like I'm a purist or anything like that. It's just I never really bought a a Blu-ray player. I have one in the living room, just not my bedroom, and I just prefer to watch DVDs. I have a small Blu-ray collection, and I do have one I'll show you at the end. But yeah, and this is a nice pack with a bunch of special features in it too. I don't like that shit. But yeah, we just saw The Crow in the theater when it had its 40th anniversary reissue, and it brought back a lot of special memories and made me want to watch it again for some reason. And I've been watching the TV series The Crow online, and it's great too. So back to the 94 classic. What a wonderful film this is. So did I need it? No. And I had this already, so I might give this to my niece too. But I got the VHS. I figured I'd get the DVD. Purple Rain. I got it on VHS and DVD. I wouldn't mind getting the fucking Blu-ray to this too. This movie's fucking good. It's good. It's got a lot of heart to it. It's not just like he's hot, Prince is hot, let's just make a movie. He actually acts in the movie the best he can. He's not a great actor. He's not horrible, but he's not great. But this movie's got a lot of fucking heart to it. There's like a drama in it with his dad. His dad ends up trying to kill himself. It's fucked up, and he comes from a domestic violence home and falls in love with Apollonia, who's getting managed by Morris Day, and they're, like you've seen the movie. Why am I telling you that? I mean, the movie's great. And it is, in the scenes, the live performance scenes in it are just as good as the dramatic scenes. I mean, I think they're both really good. I think the highlights of the movie are definitely the live performance, like Let's Go Crazy, I Would Die for You, Purple Rain. Great live performances. It's weird because they don't play in the live performances where Prince is playing live in the movie. They don't play When Doves Cry. I think they only play that in parts of the movie. So I just watched this yesterday. I have a copy. I just bought another copy because I love this movie. Me and this kid were talking about this movie forever at the convention. Fucking Hunt for Red October. I mean, this movie is so fucking good. I remember when this came out in 1990, I was super fucking stoked to see this fucking movie. Like, I was terribly stoked to see this movie. And I saw it and it blew my fucking dick away. And I was a big fan of these movies, especially with Alec Baldwin in it. Well, let me see. Well, he only played him in one, so I take that back. Harrison Ford plays Jack Ryan in Patriot Games, which I love, and Clear and Present Danger. I think the one, there's a few more of these. I think Chris Pine played Jack Ryan. I didn't see that. I like the one that Ben Affleck's in. I think it's called The Sum of All Fears. Very, very intense. So, yeah. So, Hunt for Red October. This one my brother loves, so I decided to get it. I think it's Park Chan-wook's Stoker. This one came out in the 2000s-ish, and it's one of those estranged families on a large looming estate and perversion and all that stuff. Kind of a gothic noir kind of thing, I think, going on in this, with Nicole Kidman in it. The wonderful Park Chan-wook, who did The Host and amongst other movies. By the way, I'm missing some movies I'm not going to show you. One is The Host, which I got on DVD, and the other one I picked up is Death Dream, but I can't find those, so I can't show them to you, so I'm a loser, baby. This one is probably the first one in my Studio Ghibli collection. I don't have anything on from Studio Ghibli, so this is the first one I picked up by Miyazaki, too. It's Kiki's Delivery Service. There's a few of these there, and I was going to snag all of these fucking movies, all these Studio Ghibli movies. And if I find them cheap, I'm going to start collecting them. So this is the first one I own. I don't have any of these. I'm not as a big anime fan as my brother is, but this looks like it's got a nice kind of a twofer package here. Probably special editions, stuff like that. I don't know. But yeah, Kiki's Delivery Service. I don't know much about this movie. I know I probably saw it maybe, and I just don't remember it. You know, to be honest, the only one that really stood out to me that I can remember is Princess Mononoke and Swept Away, maybe, or the ones I kind of remembered, and the other ones I didn't. I do not have this, and so lo and behold, I have to get it, right? I think. Baba Hotep. Yeah, I do not have a copy of this. And this is an absolute fantastic movie. I love this movie. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I don't have a huge DVD collection. I only have, like, it's decent sized, but it's not like Terror for Tom, you know, or That Guy Online, or Moods, or any of those high volume collectors. So I'm still buying these DVDs that... What happened was, I'm still buying these. What happened was I was buying a lot of DVDs back in the 2000s and Blu-rays and just giving them to my brother and saying, well, I'll just get borrowed off you. And then I started buying my own DVDs probably when I moved to Florida in 2016 is when I started buying my own ones. And I have a pretty decent sized collection, but I buy way more DVDs than my brother does now, for sure. So this is supposed to be a weird offbeat sequel, which I've not seen this, and I love the original, but the sequel to Westworld, Future World. And I've heard good stuff about this. I have not seen this, so I will be watching this one soon. I think Peter Fonda is in this one, Blythe Danner. So I don't know. I've never seen it, but it's the sequel to Westworld, so Future World. I've heard good stuff about this movie, you know, but I have not seen it. My brother says it's super fucking weird. And then these two are the last two. These were all, like I said, everything I've shown you with the DVDs, these were all $1 or $2 piece. And I feel like I got pretty good quality for what I picked up. But these two are fucking exceptional. Kenner Star Wars toy commercials. That's right. 2 hours of vintage TV spots you watched as a child. Yes, this is awesome. Man, the captain Group Therapy Podcast would be bedwetting himself right now because he's a huge, even if it's a bootleg, these are fucking awesome. So there's one right there. That's right, nothing but commercials. And here's the second one, Star Wars toy commercials 2. This is fucking awesome. I'm not sure how long this one is. So, yeah, I don't know if this is the same thing as this one or not. Maybe it is, and if it is, then I can give one of these to somebody. So, pretty cool, huh? Sorry about the glare. I'm just excited about that. When I was a kid, Star Wars figures and collecting them was the thing to do. You know, I mean, and I grew up on modest means, so getting them then was really cool. You know, and then after my father died, like, we just didn't have the extra cabbage, so I didn't buy them. All right, so next up, these next three I picked up from a table. And they were selling their DVDs really cheap. I like I said, I did not spend a lot of money on this stuff, so that was it's kind of nice. It's been kind of nice. So let's just get into it. This one I actually watched yesterday, Handmade Horror, Volume 2. Some of this is absolute shit. But what I like about these are horror shorts. It's basically these kids, they're friends, they make fucking movies together. But, you know, what isn't there for skill is there with passion and excitement and enthusiasm. And I'll take that shit any day of the week over, like, hardened artistry and all that fucking, you know, like, the latest film by Oscar award nominated director. You know, fuck that. I'll take this shit. It's got more heart and more fucking joy, I think, than those fucking stupid movies, in my opinion. So, yeah, this one's got a bunch of, like, kids killing each other, shootouts. It's excellent. The one is really good on here. I think it's called, Lend a Hand. That one is fucking awesome. It's these two kids. They're laying down, they look like best friends, and they're talking. They get up and they shake each other's hands. And for some reason, their hands can't stop shaking, and blood starts coming out of them. And then they just get in a shootout with each other for no reason. And that's the fucking... and that was it. These shorts are like 5 minutes long or something. They're fucking really short. They're awesome. Some of them are. This one is 13 films, 7 filmmakers, and I don't know anything about this. This is Jack Hunter's Horror Nights. So this one is another anthology of shorts. So this could go either way. I don't know who Jack Hunter is either. I have no clue who he is. So, I think a lot of this is like found footage stuff. We'll see. So, Horror Nights, Jack Hunter's Horror Nights. And I think this was released back in the day, back like 2015. I kind of like these sometimes, you know, these horror shorts. I'm a big fan of shot-on video stuff, especially from back in the 80s and 90s. Some of the 2000s stuff I liked. Some of it I didn't like. I kind of got turned off by it in the early 2000s. But I've been watching more of that stuff because SRS releases this stuff and it's excellent, so I watch it. But this one being probably my favorite one that I got from this specific table. And this one is Jason Thunder. Double feature. And for the first time on DVD, no budget action comedies, Jason Thunder. And following up, Agent Impossible with Jason Thunder Legends. These are fucking awesome, man. I like what it says on here. Available for the first time on DVD with bonus scenes, updated FX, color, and sound. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm super stoked about Jason Thunder. This looks fucking right up my alley. All right. So the next four I picked up, and I got a DVD too with it. When I showed you this photo earlier, this kill cam picture, that was free if I bought so many movies from the Sleaze Box table. So I did just that. I got a bunch of stuff from the Sleaze Box table. This one is Dawn of the Sleaze. Oh, oops. Crap, I didn't see that. Shit. Dawn of the Sleaze crap. I'm going to get flagged for that for sure. I did not realize that. Let me make sure there's... No, I think we're good. I'm not going to show you the back of this though. Dawn of the Sleaze Box. So this one, a bunch of scenes of this actress, I think, and lots of like softcore porn in it, I think. Shit, I'm gonna get flagged for that for sure. God damn it. Make Them Die Sleazy. She's wearing seductive clothing, but shit. But I'm not reshooting this, so if they put it on there, I'll be like, oh, fuck me, man. But yeah, grab a beer, sit back, and strap yourself in, because Sleaze Box is back with another tour de force of mixed style anthology madness. So yeah, this is like an anthology horror one. So Make Them Die Sleazy. I'm not even going to show the back of these because fuck it, I'm just not. Family Snapshot, another a Sleaze Box movie. Or it was at the table. This one is has like white supremacy shit in it. So maybe like a what's that one that Edward Norton was in? Fucking, I can't even remember the name of that one. Well, whatever that movie he's in, this is probably like a lower budget version of it. The guy told me, the director's like, yeah, and it won all these awards for dramatic performances. I'm like, nobody knows your movie. I mean, I'm going to watch it, but no one knows it. It's supposed to be like American History X, maybe. I don't want to say supposed to be like, but maybe like. And this one I've actually wanted to see. Now, he said that if I would have gotten the Blu-rays, I would have gotten extended versions of this and this Family Snapshot. But this is Blood, Guts, and Sunshine. This is a documentary made by Chris Donahue, or Sean Donahue, my bad. There's Christopher Woods and Sean Donahue. So if I said Chris Donahue earlier, I meant, yeah, you can come in, Brian. I'm not done yet, but that's all right. My brother's walking in. It's not really going to affect the scene very much. Us shooting very much. Say hi, Brian. He's coming down to say hi.
If I can get in there. Hi.
Yeah, documentary made about Florida filmmakers, probably Tim Ritter, Joe Wynkoop, all those guys. I've been wanting to see this documentary, so this is going to be some good shot on video goodness, probably. So, yeah, documentary about that. Let's see, and I got a CD. This one was $1 too, which is kind of cool. All the DVDs were $5 a piece. This is Chaos AD. Now I should have added this earlier, but this is a soundtrack to the movie, and it looks like there's a bunch of bands on here I've never heard of. So pretty cool to have a horror soundtrack. Chaos ID is a kind of a decent, like, little Texas Chainsaw Massacre-ish movie. Sort of like that, but whatever. Alright, we're getting to the nitty and gritty now. And so, this one I picked up, and I picked up like 2 or 3 other movies from this guy, and fucking I can't find any of the other movies I got. But one of them was Death Dream, and the other one was The Host. I'm so pissed because I wanted Death Dream for so long. I'm going to have to end up buying it in Tampa and spending $10 instead of the $5 I got with this. But this is long waited. I was told my brother I wanted this for the collection forever. I was almost going to get the Blu-ray last year and I just kind of ran out of money. But this is the Killer Nerd, Bride of Killer Nerd combo pack off of Troma. This is awesome. It's got an interview with Toby Radloff, of course, who plays the killer nerd. It's got an intro with Lloyd Kaufman in it. Really, really cool stuff. I'm a bigger fan of the original Killer Nerd than Bride of Killer Nerd, although I like that too. You know, Killer Nerd was one of the better shot on video movies that came out in the early 90s, and I was still like, Mommy, you want a hot dog? Oh, God. Fucking love these movies, man. There it is. But yeah, I was looking to buy this brand new, but I'll just take the fucking, combo pack. A fucking big love for Killer Nerd. One of the early 90s best shot on video movies. And it's really about a killer nerd, so. Let's see. Just got 4 more left. I stopped by Joe Wynkoop's table because I wanted to upgrade on my bootleg copy of Lost Faith, and I got it. This is him signing it, too, of Lost Faith. This is one of the more batshit shot on video movies from the late 80s or early 90s. It was late 80s, I believe. That is Joe Wynkoop right there. Really pretty good actor. But basically his wife gets kidnapped and she's in a sexual trafficking ring. And he goes to rescue her. And it's like, the fighting in it, like the fighting's pretty good in it, but like the dialogue in this is absolutely fucking ridiculous. And this has become a favorite movie of mine. But like the fighting's pretty good, the fighting choreography is pretty good for what it is. But this guy Wynkoop actually had some like fighting experience, like he knows his way around. I don't know if it was martial arts or whatever, but he's pretty good. And after talking to him for about 20 minutes, he's also very neurotic in a way. But a sweetheart of a guy nonetheless. Just, very, very, he's very conscious of his prices. So I think he knows that people don't have money to buy $40 DVDs. Because you probably want the cheaper Lost Faith because there's one there that was $40. I go, yeah, I'm not spending $40 on your movie. Like, I like your movie, I like you, but no, fuck, sorry. And then this is the first movie he did, which is a film that he directed with Tim Ritter, Joel Wynkoop, and Al Nicolosi called Twisted Illusions. And I'm excited about this one. He signed that too. I think he put on here Stay Twisted. Yeah. Film shot in Palm Beach, Florida. I'm not sure when this came out. 72 minutes. It's like I think I want to say it's like a horror anthology. It is. So, I'm really excited about this. I think there is some other stuff on here. I think there's some other stuff on here. I want to say he said Truth or Dare's on here, maybe. I think it was a boot, but it was $20. Maybe a little bit more than what I should have spent, but that's the kind of stuff you get at this convention that's better than any other convention. This like shot on video stuff that's fucking weird and obscure. All right. Finally, off my bucket list of people I've wanted to meet in the horror thing is Misty Monday or Erin Brown is her name. I've been watching her movies since the early 2000s when she was about 17, so she's a little bit younger than I am. But this one was at her table, and I just thought she was really, really nice. And it's In the Wall. And this is a movie that came out that actually got pretty good fanfare. I think Ebert said he liked it. Del Toro gave it a positive review. Filmed by Mike Williamson. On the eve of the hottest new year on records, a young pregnant wife prepares for birth of her child, but her secretive husband may have darker plans for the family. In an act of murder sets off a terrifying chain of events leading to a climax that's genuinely horrifying. So, yeah, Erin Brown's in this, Chris McKenna of King of the Ants, Patty McCormick of The Bad Seed is in this, so... Yeah, I don't know anything about it, but she was only selling like 3 movies. She sold one of those Master of Horror ones she was in. I was hoping she was selling like more than 3 of her movies. There was another one she was selling too. But man, I was like, man, why can't she have that Silk Stocking Strangler and some of that great Misty Monday stuff there? And she had like a photo log of photos that she was signing in basically for $20 a pop, and it was her in like basically as much seductive clothing as possible when she was younger. She's still very attractive, very, very nice lady. I told her, I'm like, do you know that you were in 99 movies according to IMDb? She goes, I can't keep track. I knew I was in a lot, but I can't keep track. Very, very nice lady. Erin Brown is. Yeah, I was like, because she was one of those actresses that had watched like really, really early on, and I was just super excited to meet her finally. Like, I've been more excited about some of the people that came to Tampa Screams than I was for people that came to Spooky Empire. Like, Camille Keaton last year. Finally met her, and of course, if you guys know who she is, she was on I Spit on Your Grave, bunch of Italian movies. But yeah, I met her, and I was like shaking meeting her because she was like a hero of mine, one of my favorite persons. So, all right, I met Jeff Lieberman, and if you know Jeff Lieberman, he made a few movies. If you know horror, then you know who he is. I mean, he's an interesting guy. I go, I go, where are you from? He goes, New York. He goes, does this sound like I'm from Wisconsin? Do I sound like I'm on a fucking farm? Like that. He's just so funny. He's such a nice guy. Well, he didn't have a lot of films there. He had Satan's a Little Helper there on 4K, and I was like, oh no. But he had a copy of Blue Sunshine there, and it was a real, real nice package. So this one I spent more money than I should have. This one was $40. But, I mean, if you look at all the stuff I got probably, 10 VHS tapes, probably 20, 25 DVDs for probably, I don't think I even spent, maybe I spent $200 in there, $220 in there maybe. So, I mean, I got a lot of stuff for that. Almost like $7 a DVD. So I figure it kind of works itself out, I guess. But Blue Sunshine, yes. And he actually wrote on it. He wrote, Shane, what's he say? Don't eat the blue sunshine. So this is a real nice Synapse release. I gotta get my brother a copy of this. This has got the Blu-ray, the DVD, a bunch of fucking cards in there. Real nice packaging right there. So I was happy to get this. It's a very weird movie. It's about these people who become like murderers and fucking wackos after ingesting this pill called the Blue Sunshine. I really hope I don't get flagged for that boob thing. I really did not know that was on there, so I'll probably get flagged for it, but I don't care. I'm going to upload this anyways. I did not mean to show that, but, and it was one of those things is like, well, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, So, yeah, this is a very weird movie. Like I said, it's kind of batshit in a way, but it's really about like this drug that was causing all these people who took it to become like homicidal like later on. And that's it. That's all I have for you. Lots of DVDs to go through. I went through some of them. I watched The Hunt for Red October already. I watched Homemade Horror. I had a few other ones, and I'm obviously not going to be able to show you, but I hope you liked what you saw there. I know some of the stuff is pretty common, but hopefully there's something in there that you liked. A little different than what I usually do on my channel, but I wanted to show this stuff, and I'm not going to create another name or nothing like that. It's going to be under fucking my shit, so hopefully you guys will like that. Leave some comments if you have anything to say about anything I picked up. But yeah, I'll go back to the vinyl updates. I'm going to try to do a big one here pretty soon because I got a lot to show coming soon here. Hopefully next Monday I'll shoot a vinyl update, and then that should be it for a while. I don't plan on going to Tampa or anything like that. I got some Tampa pickups. I got some vinyl pickups from Sound Exchange and from Mojo's, and then some local pickups. And I'm going to do a record filming next week. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. This was actually faster than I thought it was going to be, even though it's like an hour long. I mean, for all the shit I had, I feel like I did pretty well. So thank you guys for watching, and take care. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.